Turkey's Interior Minister says it has established that the two people who were killed as they attacked a state-owned arms company near Ankara were members of the Kurdish militant group, the PKK. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack, in which a total of 5 people were killed and more than 20 injured. The Turkish government has responded. It says its armed forces have hit sites in Iraq and Syria linked to the PKK, destroying, it says, a total of 32 targets. Let's take a look now at how the attack unfolded in Ankara on Wednesday. Nick Eardley from BBC Verify has this report.
The Turkish government says terrorists were responsible for an attack on Turkish Aerospace Industries, a major defence company just outside the capital, Ankara. It manufactures drones and jets, among other things, for both military and commercial use. There's a lot of footage online of what happened. Here's what we verified and what we know so far. This appears to be the moment the attack began. You can see 2 people emerging from a yellow taxi. They are heavily armed. Others run away as they emerge from the car. At least one person falls to the ground. We've verified that this took place here. Here's another video we've looked at. You can see a large explosion. This has been filmed just beside the TAI complex in a car park. We've circled where you can see someone heavily armed. This video isn't clear enough to be sure, but it looks like it could be one of the gunmen. Let's look at more verified footage. We can see 2 attackers, 1 man and 1 woman, approaching an entrance to the complex. They're taking their time, seemingly scoping out the area. We've blurred out some of the footage because there's at least 1 body on the floor and what appears to be another person crawling on the ground. If we then go inside, here's a closer-up picture of one of the attackers, the man. He's wearing the same dark clothing, has a rucksack and an assault rifle. One final video to show you of Turkish military arriving at the scene to respond to the attack. The government has said 2 attackers were killed. This is the aftermath of the same entrance we saw earlier. Turkish authorities say at least 5 people were killed and many more were injured. After the attack, Turkey launched strikes on Kurdish separatists, the PKK. It's seen as a terrorist group by Turkey and some other countries and has been fighting the Turkish state for 40 years.
Nick Eardley reporting there on that attack, and let's analyse it a bit more now with our security correspondent Frank Gardner, who joins us. Frank, a dramatic attack. Just talk us through the fallout from it and the significance really of it.
Yeah, it seems to have taken the Turkish authorities completely by surprise. The intermittent struggle between the PKK, which is the Kurdistan Workers' Party, an outlawed, proscribed terrorist group by the US, UK, EU, NATO, and other countries. It's been going on since 1984. But recently there was talk of a ceasefire. So the PKK has been pushing initially for greater rights for Turkey's Kurdish minority, but ultimately for separatism, for an independent state. And they've got bases across the border in Syria and Iraq. And those were the ones that were attacked. Turkey has recently now said that they've attacked 47 of those bases. There's an awkward dynamic here, Ben, which is this, that the Kurdish authorities, the Syrian Kurds are the US and NATO's best ally in trying to stop ISIS resurging in that part of the Middle East. And there's something called the YPG, which is, and also the SDF, these acronyms basically refer to Syrian Kurdish groups. And they guard camps that are holding ISIS prisoners, Islamic State prisoners, including men and women and some very dangerous people in places like Al-Hol camp in northeast Syria. And yet they are coming under attack from Turkey, a NATO country.
All right, Frank, thank you very much indeed for that analysis. That's Frank Gardner there, our security correspondent.